Okay, welcome back. Before we start our video, I want to show you the results of the survey that we had recently on the Go Beyond 2 channel. In this survey, about 82% of subscribers have chosen topics related to spirituality, meditation and yoga, comparative philosophies, and religions. So this video is one of the first in the series of videos that will be focusing on spiritual topics. The video title is The Seven Chakras, Simply Understood, and I will be narrating the video in the English language, but for the convenience of the Arab-speaking subscribers, I've added the translation on the right-hand side. So information provided in this video is for educational purposes only. Meditation practice should be learned only from a qualified spiritual teacher. What is a chakra? Chakra is an energy center. Literally means enabling movement in the Sanskrit language. So way back, tens of thousands of years ago, in the Sanskrit literature of India, people have developed knowledge of life, of medicine, of spirituality, as you well know, and this notion of chakras comes from that. So in Arabic we call it al-maqamat or chakrat, in English chakras, and in Sanskrit it means literally enabling movement. So I have multiple sources for research on this topic. I have derived my information from the Sanskrit channel, from the Wikipedia, and from sources like Hatha Yoga and Siddha Siddhanta. Okay, so these sources are kind of reliable and present the topic in a simplified way for everyone to understand. So we're starting with the notion that there are 72,000 nadis or meridians in the body, and those meridians or channels facilitate the movement of energy around the body. So this is different than the blood vessels and the nerve endings and stuff like that. You can think of them as invisible meridians of energy. So over the years, people in ancient India and China have developed practices around this, such as the Chinese alternative medicine of acupuncture and acupressure. They use these meridians to locate points of intersection that if they were applied pressure in the proper way, they would heal the person. So that's a fairly well-known practice around the world. From a yoga standpoint, those 72,000 meridians or nadis or channels intersect in these nodes. And these nodes, or in Arabic we call them al-uqad, okay, make up about 114 minor chakras or energy centers. We are interested in the ones that along the spine of the body, from the bottom of the body to the top of the head. And those are 7 major chakras. As you know, there is the left side of the body and the right side of the body, and they are represented by these blue and black lines that are winding around the center yellow line. There are 7 chakras. They are the root chakra, the genital chakra, the navel chakra, the heart chakra, the throat chakra, the eyebrow chakra, and then the crown chakra. 7 of those. And this is our focus for today. So the purpose of working with the chakras and activating those energy centers is to activate that yellow spine in the middle, which is called Sushumna. The Sushumna is kind of a dormant path, and as a person purifies the body, more centers of energy are opened for that person, and then they are able to achieve higher state of consciousness as a result of that. We can think of the 7 chakras as the 7 colors of the rainbow, or the 7 musical scales. If you want to be spiritual about it, you can talk about the 7 heavens. So the number 7 is kind of a very well known around the world, and it's definitely used in a lot of the healing and spiritual aspects of life. So what are their names? In English, they're called the root chakra, the sacral chakra, and then the navel chakra, the heart chakra, the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, and the crown chakra. Okay, so in Sanskrit, they're called from number 1 to number 7, they're called the Muladhara, the Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddha or Vishuddhi, the Agna, and then the Sahasrara. Okay, that's in Sanskrit. So what is the symbolism of these chakras? Let's take a look on the right side here. We have the root chakra. It is located at the base of the spine. It literally means the source support. It is about survival, security, grounding, shelter, and it is belongs to the earth element. So when we talk about the earth element, we certainly are referring to the 5 elements of nature: earth, water, fire, air, and space or ether. So the earth being the root chakra is closer to earth, obviously. So this is the one that's at the base of the spine. Let's move to the next one, which is called the sacral chakra. It is located at the base of the genitals or the sexual organs. It means literally well established. It's about pleasure, sexuality, and it is belongs to the water element. The third chakra is the navel chakra, which is the womb, obviously, the place where the person is connected to his or her mother. It's about power, hunger, and it is also referred to sometimes as the solar plexus, and it belongs to the fire element. So incidentally, the fire element around the navel is located exactly where the digestive system is located, the intestines. So without the fire element or the heat that's generated by the digestion process, you can't digest the food. So for example, if you were to drink some water, cold water, the digestion will slow down. So this is why the fire element is fairly important in this case. The fourth chakra is the heart chakra. Of course, it's located in the heart, around the heart, and it means literally unstruck sound. It's about kindness, love, compassion, and it belongs to the air element. Number 5 is the throat chakra. Of course, it's located around the throat, and it means literally purifier, filter. It's about speech, communication, and it belongs to the ether or space element. The sixth chakra is the third eye chakra, which is located between the 2 eyebrows, and it's referred to in Arabic as al-ayn al-thalitha, and it literally means command. It's about sight, perception. It's beyond duality. It's dispassionate, and a person who has opened their third eye chakra has very strong intuition and imagination. The 7th chakra, or the crown chakra, is located at the top of the head of a person. It literally means the 1,000 petals lotus, or the lotus with the 1,000 petals. There is no sense of self during meditation, and it's about will. So this is the summary of the 7 chakras. Let's move on to the Arabic translation of the same symbolism in Arabic. So if you're an Arabic speaker, you can read that. So I wanted to point out the correlation between the 7 chakras and what we call in Arabic al-maqamat al-sab'a. So I'm going to actually read that in Arabic. بالاستناد إلى القرآن يعرف الكثير من المتصوفين أو الصوفة اللطائف الستة. They call them النفس والقلب والسر والروح والخافي والأخفى. المقامات السبعة أو or the 7 chakras in Arabic is a known method for Sufi Islamic scholars that they follow. I'm referring here to the video أيها المريد by الحبيب علي الجفري. المقام الأول هو الخوف أو التوبة. المقام الثاني هو الشكر أو الرجاء. المقام الثالث هو الفقر أو الزهد. الرابع هو الوجد أو المحبة. الخامس هو التوكل والصبر. السادس هو الدهش والرضا. السابع هو الفناء والبقاء. In English, we can translate that. Number 1 is the fear and repentance. Number 2 is thankfulness and hope. Number 3 is poverty and basically being a monk. Number 4 is kindness and love and spiritual love. Number 5 is relying on God, on the source of creation of the universe, and then also patience. Number 6 is amazement and satisfaction. Number 7 is dissolution, or basically going into the next world and the everlasting life or immortality. So that is the symbolism of the 7 chakras in English and Arabic. Let's move on to the next one. So the beauty of this is that there's a lot of correlation between different philosophies and Sufi texts and based on different literatures, whether it's the yoga literature or whether it's the Quran or Lata'if, referred to as Lata'if al-Sitta, but it could be Lata'if Sab'a. They refer to the energy centers in the body located around the heart and the navel and all that stuff. So it's pretty similar to the chakras in a lot of ways. The chakras have different mantras or sounds that a person can use to open those chakras. Now, I'm providing those for you for educational purposes. This is common knowledge. It's not secret. But as I said in the beginning of this video, you need to consult with a spiritual teacher before using those mantras. The first mantra for the first chakra is Lam, then Vam, Ram, Yam, Ham, Sham, and Om. I'm planning to release another video in the future that talks a little bit more about these chakra mantras because they have other types of symbolisms. In Arabic, there is some similar correlation. So مراتب الذكر هذا السر بالتأمل على أسماء الله الحسنى النفس والقلب والروح والسر الخفي والأخفى. فأسماء الله الحسنى معروفة أنه يستعملوها الناس الروحيين والصوفيين للتقرب من الله تعالى. هو يا الله من أسماء الله الحسنى. بعدين عندك رقم 4 هو السر يا حي يا قيوم. رقم 5 هو الخفي يا واحد. and then رقم 6 هو الأخفى يا أحد. Okay, so again, these are in English, these are the 99 names of Allah that are found in the Quran. the Book of Islam, and they are used very widely to invoke a certain aspect of the divine, especially if you're trying to achieve a higher level of consciousness. So it is very common in Islamic countries that you would find people say, for example, Ya Fattah, Ya Alim, Ya Razzaq, Ya Kareem. And what is that? That's invoking the 9 names of Allah. Okay, that's very common. But those specifically are apparently appropriate to expand al-ruh, wal-sirr, wal-khafi, wal-akhfa, because they talk about the oneness and the unity of Allah. Again, this information is provided in this video is for education purposes only. Meditation practices should be learned only from a qualified spiritual teacher. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please subscribe to the channel and leave a comment about how we can provide new topics for you in the future. Thank you very much and take care.